go inside a Rams camp presented by Unify Financial Credit Union. Hope you're having a great day, everyone. Welcome back to Irvine. I'm JB Long. We welcome Stu Jackson, our staff writer, to the stage. And it's year 3 for number 3, running back Cam Akers. Maybe year 2.5, let's call it. Nonetheless, how are you different as a player, as a person coming into this season?
Just a lot of growth, a lot of growth. Like you said, as a person first, I took a lot of time off the field, so it allowed me to grow, become a better man, a better young man. So as a player, I think it'll speak for itself when that time comes.
Cam, this is your first time at UC Irvine for training camp. How are you enjoying that experience so far?
I'm loving it, man. Like you said, I missed last year, so I didn't get to do any of this. The dog days, the hard days, the easy days. I appreciate it all. So I'm happy to be here.
So we see you out here at practice for maybe 2.5 hours. But what is a day in the life like at training camp? Like, what is your schedule run through?
Probably meetings, treatment in the morning, meetings after that, more treatment, lunch. I forgot breakfast, but lunch. Practice, more meetings, and then, kind of coast through the rest of the day. You done around like 7.
So you're in a hotel for the better part of 3 weeks. That's a long time away from home. What do you miss most?
My bed. My bed, probably the most, and playing the game. Simple stuff.
Cam, as your background as a former high school quarterback, or with that quarterback background, I'm wondering, what do you appreciate about Matthew Stafford and the way that he, commands the huddle out there?
I think you said it yourself. Just the way he runs the tight end operation. He expects as close to perfection as we can get. It's hard to be perfect on the field. It's an imperfect game, but the way he runs the offense, the way he runs the huddle, he expects us to be as close to perfect as possible. And it resulted in the Super Bowl. Let's try to run it back again.
So coming off that World Championship, I think everyone's question is, how can the Rams get better in 2022? A couple areas come to mind. I think you would agree: running the football more efficiently, more consistently.
Yeah.
Finishing drives in the red zone comes to mind. Tell me about those elements from your perspective and how you might contribute.
Just a number of things. I wouldn't just gear towards. I think we can get better at everything. Just as a team. Run game, pass game, consistency. We just got to put it all together again.
I don't think we should limit your contributions nor Darrell Henderson's to the running game, right? We're talking about making the defense defend every blade of grass, because you might be, I think, the best pass-catching tandem in the National Football League.
I appreciate that. We'll be eager to see how that works this season.
All right. PPR leagues, look out.
So, what's that balance like, Cam? Or how do you guys kind of feed off of each other? Because you make, when you guys are both out there, make a pretty formidable 1-2 punch against those opposing defenses.
Just being able to stay fresh. I think that's the biggest thing. Being able to stay fresh, and also having 2 playmakers in the backfield, that you can depend on, So, being able to stay fresh and being dependable, I think that's what it boiled down to.
I went back and I watched some of the highlights from that night you gashed the New England Patriots at SoFi Stadium. And it struck me how much this offense is different in terms of its construct, its setup. Yeah. That night you're in the dot, you're behind Jared Goff, who's primarily under center.
Yeah.
Coming back for year 2 under Matthew Stafford, it's a largely offset gun. There's a lot more gun run.
1,000%.
And you're even playing a lot out of empty. How does that change from your vantage point? And what do you think your strengths are that make that a viable option?
I got whatever my strengths are, whatever they need to be. If I'm not strong at it, I can get strong at it. So, whatever I need to be, whether that's empty, gun, under the center, we're gonna take it and roll. We're gonna take it and find some success.
Different perspective when you are offset in the gun, taking a handoff, as opposed to when you're behind center.
Absolutely, it's 2 completely different steps, paths, whatever. When we want to talk about football, steps, paths, reads, angles. So, practice make perfect. And we've been getting a lot of reps at gun runs, our formation runs, whatever you want to call it.
Cam, I noticed that ever since the pads came on, it seems like you've just been eager to really bowl someone over. It seems like I know you guys take kind of that more cautious thud approach to the tackling here in training camp, but just, how eager, I guess, are you for, the season to get here so you can kind of do that?
Very, very. Got to stay poised and just be ready, be ready when that time comes.
Is it hard to rein that in at all?
Not at all. Not when you know.
Off the field, I believe you celebrated a birthday this summer since we've seen you last.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to celebrate or do anything special?
I just went to dinner. Went to dinner with some of the guys and called it a night.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it.
Here's a question I probably don't ask just plainly and simply enough to Rams players. What's important to you off the field? I know football is all-consuming, especially at this stage of your career, but what do you love to do that's not football-related?
I like to spend time with my family. You know, I got 2 nieces and a nephew now, so just spend time with my brother's kids, my niece and nephew. Mm-hmm. So spending time with my family, you know. I don't like to do too much going out to the clubs and whatnot. Just spend time.
Are they in Mississippi?
Yeah. So they be here in LA a lot. So
awesome.
I get to spend time with them.
Cam, personally, what goals do you have for the upcoming season, and what are you sort of focused on here?
You are like personal, team?
Both.
Team, number 1 is to be Super Bowl champs again. So that's in a nutshell. And personally, just to be a playmaker. Be a playmaker.
Well, we thank you for spending some time with us after a very physical, involved day at Rams camp here at UC Irvine. For Stu Jackson, I'm JB Long. Cam Akers, wishing you all the best this season.
Appreciate
Hope it's a career year for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.